So glad to have you around. I'm going to show you some things that I've learned along the way, and it will help you with window units and the issues that they can have. It can cause a lot of damage. Let me show you. Now, this air conditioner down here failed. So the idea was, well, we'll buy $300-400 air conditioner and put it in the window, which they did. Got some foam there to seal it up instead of using the accordion doors that probably came with a brand new air conditioner. And then when they first did it, to support it so it wouldn't pull out the window, they had a buildup of these boards. Only thing is, it was even a lot higher. Of course, you need to have a downhill to the back tilt so that water will not run inside. But guess what? They had it too high up and it ran inside. So the guy told her he can't do anything about it today. He'll have to come back. He never came back. So they sent another guy out here. He messed around with it, and it still was having an issue, but it was better. By that time, it done ruined the floor. Water had been running down the front of the air conditioner and getting down the wall and onto the floor, rotted out a whole great big section of area floor. We'll find out with another video on that. Now, here is another issue. They did that, and it started still running water, but it was running inside the wall. So if you come over here, this is the drain for all your air conditioners. Quite often they're at the end of the housing that it slides into. It runs out of here into there. Now, when we got here, we took a stick and unplugged it because that was plugged up. It was coming out here. It was if you see the stain right here, it was running up inside the wall, running down the wall, hitting. And then this house, all your mobile homes are built with the frame first, the floor joist second, then the plywood after that, then linoleum after that, then the walls. So it runs down the wall, hits the linoleum, runs along until it finds a screw where it holds that wall to that floor, and it's soaked into the floor, rotted out the floor. So even though they had it tilted back, this drain was not unplugged. So what I'm leaving with you is, first of all, make sure your air conditioner is tilted back. If you need to, make sure it's supported so it doesn't pull out your window. Make sure that it's leaning back, and then every month or two, maybe twice a summer, come out here and check that and poke things up inside that drain so you make sure you keep on draining. It's not a big deal to do. Let me explain though. Everything, no exception, requires maintenance. Your body, your relationship with whoever you're with, your house, your car, you have to put gas in. Everything requires maintenance. Your air conditioner has a filter that has to be changed, and you should check that drain. Make sure it's draining where you want it to drain. Otherwise, you could cause yourself a lot of damage, sort of like divorces come from lack of maintenance or proper treatment. This is damage to a house. So in your mind, keep in mind, you need to change your filter, and you need to make sure you're draining, even on a window unit. Okay. Hi. Sorry about the low light. We would have took you all the way through this floor repair, but she was here watching TV and she can't hear real good, so it was really loud. So we went ahead and replaced the floor. This is where an air conditioner was tilted the wrong way when they put it in for her, and it poured onto the floor. And since this house is not level, it rolled down this way, rolled down the floor over there. So we took all that out and put in new. But what I want to show you is this Traffic Master grip strip flooring. It's from Home Depot. They have a lot of different colors. It's really, really good stuff for me to install. I like it for that reason particularly. So what you do is you might measure from, you can get your distances, you can measure across to make sure you don't have a little tiny strip, but in this case we don't have that issue. But you can pop a line where that will be, which in this case will be 6 7/8 of an inch. Pop a line and then set that first run with it. In this case, I went ahead and cut around that pipe, which is the only cut on this wall, and it's pretty tight. Use a razor knife in this case, but you could also use a pair of snips to cut real intricate pieces. Believe it or not, snips work pretty good. But I marked from the end there. Sort of breaks like drywall. You get it scored pretty good in it. So I've cut the length. And this side laps over this one.
Cool. Get it dirty.
Yeah. Line your corners up really good. And we'll put trim over this. Okay. This is the harder way to do it from the back underneath, but this is the first row. Really paying attention to get sure that everything lines up. It's not staying with me. All right, so what I did on the first one is I staggered it. So instead of being 3 foot long, it's 2 foot long. So I cut a foot off. And then the next one I'll make foot, so I 1 foot. So I cut 2 foot off. And I keep that waist for the other end. So again, you pay close attention, keeping everything straight. Push it in. Okay. Just a little bit. Got to be put on it. thick enough I can use the snips. Gotta be cut again. The goes from left to right. And this one I'm cutting 2 foot off of it so I have a stagger. Wow, it's really awkward to have a right. Everything about it's awkward. Yeah. Alright, so this is what it looks like complete. It's kind of hard to tell in this dim light, but it's way, way ahead of what it was. We're going to move the furniture back, which is going to be put back because I took pictures with my phone to make sure I locate everything back the way it was, or at least as close as my imperfect soul can do. But this is something you guys can definitely do. It's something you can replace pieces out of, and it's reasonable price. Maybe not cheap, but it's reasonable. Wish you guys well. See ya.